Good morning. This is day 112 on my adventure along the Pacific Crest Trail. I am just getting started, not even back on the PCT yet. I'm coming from where I camped last night by this little spring, more like a little watering hole. There's a lot of deer messing around me last night, and guy that I met yesterday ended up camping here too, and he said he heard something smaller creeping around, so there's definitely activity last night. But overall, I slept okay. Shin is hurting. It's a little after 9:30, so late start, but the problem is when I'm in so much pain, when I wake up and I was in pain, that I just subconsciously, when I'm like half asleep, it's like my subconscious can't like convince my conscious and body to wake up and get going because it hurts so much. It's like I feel so debilitated that it's like, how could I possibly get up and hike? So I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's been hard to get started early when I'm in this kind of level of pain, but hopefully it stays at the same level it was yesterday or gets a little better. I've got 25 points a mile, so call it 26 to get to the Oregon California border, which is a big deal. To hit that on day 112 or 113, I don't know, that's probably too aggressive for such a late start and how I'm feeling, but probably tomorrow. But that's good. I'm happy with that pacing overall. Like I mentioned, 4 months kind of for California. It's like 120 days. So under that, I feel pretty good about. But yeah, this is the PCT. I'm just waiting because I got to start my tracking on my watch. So I'll catch you all down the line. Day 112. Oh, also check out, this is literally just from yesterday, how dirty my shirt's gotten already. And this is a slight tone to like a light gray of it, whereas the other one was pure white. But this is how it goes. Only 12 miles it did yesterday, and his shirt's quite dirty already. Just getting started, not even much more than a tenth of a mile in, but what a view. And there's Shasta in all her glory peeking out there. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I did in a few episodes ago, but in case not, Shasta actually comes from a Russian word. Actually, I don't think I did. I was talking to somebody, meaning happiness, because the Russians were here as sort of kind of explorers long ago, like 1700s, I believe. I mean, Alaska we bought from the Russians, but they came all the way down to as far as here, and they just felt the feelings of the mountain brought such happiness that Shasta is derived from the Russian word for happiness. There's definitely something special about that. I just love how I still am getting to see it even this much later when I'm in this much pain. Seeing it just kind of makes me feel happy and good. Elevation wise today, it's moderate or average to slightly hard. I think in the next 26 miles I saw maybe 4,600 of gain and about the same in descent. These are somewhere around there, so that's nothing crazy like yesterday, but that's still nothing easy either. So I mentioned I stopped in that first video in the morning because I want to start my tracker. So some of y'all may be wondering, because I had been moving. I only use my Garmin Phoenix watch to track PCT miles. So on my main interface, because there's a bunch of things, once I set it to hike, that I have like a full-on GPS map there, which is pretty awesome. I don't understand the separate need for an inReach, which I just realized I forgot to start. So I'm going to take my pack off because I keep it in the top component and start my inReach. But I don't really realize the need for separate when the technology is clearly here in the watch. I don't know if it's just to make money or it's different satellite networks or what, but there's full-on GPS with a map on that watch and a compass and all kinds of stats and metrics you can pick from. But my main interface, I have my heart rate, so I always can kind of look at that. I have my average pace, which usually I think the average for the past minute, so you can kind of really get a sense of what you're moving at. I have total time elapsed. So I use that to kind of track my time on feet, which I think is a pretty smart metric to use out here. And then I use the distance, of course, but the distance I only want to be for PCT miles. So like today, I was maybe, I don't know, a fifth of a mile off trail or something where I camped. So walking back to trail, I didn't want to track that, so that's why. All right, I'm gonna stop and get my Garmin inReach going so my family doesn't worry. There was a ton of condensation in my tent today. Probably like only had this bad maybe twice before on the whole trail. I don't really understand why. Some nights it does that and others it doesn't, but I mean, it was cold out last night and I was definitely bundled up in my sleeping bag and thermals, so like there's heat inside, so it has to do with the difference of that and like moisture in the air. But it was a lot, so I used my little microfiber towel that my brother got me that I use for a lot of things, but I use that to really wipe it all up and dry it up as much as I can so I don't have to dry my tent out as much. And then I dry that towel out, so it's attached to my backpack currently. I mean, because of like deer and just other things like maybe sun peeking up or other noises or just your own kind of sleeping. I was up a bunch on and off in the night, but I just want to point out, even though I'm starting my day at like 9:35 or whatever, I was up and doing things like to prepare for the day before 8 o'clock. It's just today I made a hot breakfast because I had something for that. Takes a little more time to have the tent to clean up with the condensation. Have to tend to my shin a little extra by rubbing in CBD cream and massaging it and stretching. So gotta take a poop, I wash my hands after that. I know it sounds silly, but like even washing the hands takes like 2 minutes. I go get filtered water, use filtered water, get the soap, which is wilderness approved, and do it away from anything that could contaminate like a water source or anything. Like all this stuff takes time. Pack everything back up, take the tent stakes out. I had all my extra tent stakes in yesterday because of the wind, so I had the extra guy lines and everything bolted down. I mean, it all takes time to undo, so it's just a process, and it's like a fixed cost in a way of time. So I obviously want to maximize the amount of miles I can do each day before I have to go through this whole process of setting up and taking down camp. Well, knock on wood, the stress fracture seems to be continuing to heal overall. I've definitely felt it a time or two in the last few days, but thankfully after 2 weeks of pretty intense discomfort there, it seems to be getting better. But as you all know, it was almost instantaneously replaced with terrible shin splints, so that's not doing great, but hopefully I can get through the day here without it getting worse. But I have to say, despite the pain I'm in, I am very excited to reach the Oregon border. It's probably going to happen tomorrow. There's a chance if my shin starts feeling better and I can just push that it happens today, but I just don't see it happening. So probably tomorrow, but that's clearly the next kind of target or mid-level, midterm. It's not short term, like get to the next water source, not longer medium term, like getting to the next town. It's not long term, like getting to Canada, but kind of like short midterm goal, benchmark kind of point to have, fixate on, backtrack from. It's 25 miles away, and that will feel really, really good when I've gotten to Oregon. So I'm excited for that. I was feeling a little optimistic because I described those 3 levels of pain, 3 being absolutely debilitating, 1's manageable, and 2's pretty bad. Well, it was at a level 1 for the first mile and a half, but now It just pops back right up into level 2. Oh, shin got bad real quick. Classic fashion, how it just gets worse more that it gets used each day. Unlike a lot of these other injuries I had that almost kind of like warmed up. This clearly does good with rest, like sleeping all night or whatever. And the first mile and a half was manageable, but then it just gets bad. I don't know why, I just find this quite beautiful. The small patches of trees, the green hills, otherwise green covered mountain. And it's kind of cool to see that road. Looks like a paved road that's been put all the way through there somehow. I'm really starting, I mean the pain is bad, but you know, I'm gonna try to not say that every time. I know it's gotta get probably redundant, but I mean it's rough, but I am trying to stay focused on the positive, which is the excitement of getting to the border here. I can taste it. It's like it's close enough now, a little over 20 miles away. That's going to be such a good feeling. Just a milestone, progress made. 5 miles in on the day. I had to take a side trail, short one, to get to the next water source. And there's this, I believe they're banana slugs just hanging out. I think that is an extremely rotted carcass of a snake. At first I thought maybe it was the skin, but I see like the vertebrae in there. So, yeah. I'm in the middle of a 1,000+ foot, pretty steep climb. Shin's hurting a lot. My just general legs and body are sore. It's pretty hot. Been a pretty good amount of blowdowns at this point. And I was crossing over one and I was halfway over and I just consciously plopped down. It's like, I need to sit for a minute. Well, a guy coming southbound stopped me a mile ago and asked me how bad the trail is, how many blowdowns between, you know, coming up. And I was like, oh, it's not bad between here and town. I mean, there was enough, but it really wasn't bad. Well, now I see why. This has probably been the most untamed stretch of the entire trail. I don't even know where the trail is right now. There's like multiple little footpaths, and this is nothing I just hadn't filmed yet, so I don't know why. I just wanted to keep walking, but there's been, I mean, just like this kind of stuff everywhere that I had to climb over, around, or under, probably for like a quarter, half a mile at least, really thick like this. So yeah, good times, good times. Well, there's a little break in the down trees and everything here, but I just met a really interesting couple. They just got married on the Appalachian Trail last year, and they were actually on the AT when that big hurricane hit, which sounded nuts. But he has done the Pacific Crest Trail 4 times, or this is his 4th time doing it. He's got over 25,000 miles done. He's a triple crowner. Just this will be his 9th time through hiking, 9th year in a row through hiking. Like, pretty crazy. And he said this is the worst maintained he's ever seen it for the PCT. And like he said, at the end of this, you'll get an email, and they'll send you an envelope asking for money from the PCTA. And he said he's gonna write them a disheartening letter and put it in the envelope where they're asking for money and be like, what are you doing? Like, can't even maintain the trail and you're asking me for money. I get that. I mean, I just kind of, it's my first time, so I don't have a benchmark, but for him to hear, that's really interesting. There's some really bad sections coming up in Washington, and also said there's a good amount of burn zone in Oregon. He actually said most of the state's burn zone. I hadn't heard that yet from anyone, so I don't know. Never really know until you get there, but he seemed a really cool guy. I'll definitely take his word for it that this is, of the 4 times he's done the PCT, the worst maintained he's ever seen it. Well, there's some sarcasm most people can relate to. I've really not been filming it, but because I'm in so much freaking pain, the fucking shin splints. Fuck. Sucks so much. But it's been pretty bad. I mean, it's like, it hurts me extra trying to go over all these blowdowns with this. It's one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. And definitely with the sciatic nerve, the worst on this trail. Sorry for my little outburst. I've been keeping it calm all day, but it hurts so freaking much, and I've been just trying to like put off the reality of what I'm facing, and just there's moments I'm gonna need to vent. It freaking sucks. Well, I'm between level 2 and level 3 pain right now, meaning it's flirting with being debilitating. Like, I keep having to stop and take weight off it. God fucking damn it. It's just freaking next level pain. I'm not even looking up. I looked up and saw how nice this was, so I thought I'd just film it real quick, but it's 2:30 already. I mean, I didn't start till 9:30 or something. I can't remember what it was, but I've made it just over 10 miles. My leg is shit. I'm in so much freaking pain. I'm so fucking pissed off. So I can't make it to the next water source. I need to lay down here. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm going to have to take time off in Ashland and try to somehow just hike a crazy amount of miles after that when I'm healed, which will probably lead to another fucking injury. And this is a beautiful view of Mount Shasta. Probably the only thing keeping me from totally losing it right now. It's 3:30 on the dot. I just finished my lunch. Not a soul walked by. Just a reminder of how far I am to start with, and now I'm in this seemingly impossible situation of being injured. I reapplied the topical, and then I took ibuprofen and Tylenol. As of lunch, I had not yet taken painkillers or medicine, so I wanted to see how bad the pain was, and it's freaking bad. So hopefully this will help get me through the day. There's water in 0.2 miles. I couldn't even make it that far. That's where I was planning to stop because the pain was so bad. So took my lunch break a little early, but I'm gonna have to do a 7.5 mile water carry. So I'm gonna go down the side trail, get water, and then keep trucking along. Just met 2 nice guys who hiked the trail back in 2003. Now they're doing section hiking, but I was chatting with them a bit. But he said, congratulations on making it to Oregon. And that was actually nice to hear because it is kind of an accomplishment, and I'm so frustrated right now. This injury that, I think it's a long shot that I actually make it. I'm not internally doubting at all that I'm not, like, I will get to the Canadian border one way or another, but on paper, if you look at what I'm dealing with, the prognosis of it, the time I have left, it seems nearly impossible. But at the very least, hiking out of California, almost, almost like 1,700 miles is something, I guess, to be congratulated for in a way. As mentioned, I have a 7.5 mile water carry to the next source, so I have 2 liters or 5 pounds of water on me right now. I'm feeling a little fatigued, I guess, from lunch, like a food coma almost. I didn't eat properly yesterday, so I was like still really hungry last night in my tent when I was watching the video editing the video for yesterday, and I ended up eating a bunch of extra candy that I brought. And I had more at lunch today, so I had my usual tortilla and cheese and some kind of nasty processed Hormel pepperoni, which is all they really had at the store there. But it's I was still hungry, so I just had more candy because that's really what I got with me, and cookies. And I just feel sluggish on top of, I mean, I'm still in pain, but the pain blockers are definitely helping. Plus, I guess the anti-inflammatory might be kicking in a bit too, but I mean, it is definitely getting worse. And it's hot. I guess what I'm getting at is I'd really just like to curl up in a ball, ideally on something comfortable, like a beanbag or my bed, but honestly, I would just do it right there. I don't even care. Well, the painkillers helped for about a mile, and now the pain is pushing right through whatever I took. I'm becoming a little depressed, actually. This is just, it's bullshit. It's fucking horseshit. It's fucking horseshit. And I have fought through so much to get here, and I'm fucking limping. I can barely get 12 miles done a day. It's fucking trash. I'm getting depressed because I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. Because I can't keep going like this. I'm going to have to take time to rest. And that it just doesn't work out. I'm supposed to be doing 25, 30 mile days. Even these last 4 days, I've been chipping away, hobbling along. I've lost basically a day or two because I'm doing half the mileage I was supposed to be doing and was doing. And why depressed? Like, it is so infuriating and frustrating to like set out for a goal and then like your body won't even hold up. Like, it makes me not want to be in this fucking body. It's pissing me the fuck off. I think this is the closest I've been to just breaking down, like, fully. I feel like I'm just flirting with that edge. So much fucking pain. Not going fast enough. Not possible to make it. Going to have to rest for... Last time it took 2 fucking weeks to heal. I don't have 2 days. I had to stop. I couldn't even barely make it 3 miles since lunch. It's just almost unbearable. I mean, every freaking stop is just so much concentration to ignore the pain and somehow still walk and step forward with it. I'm fucking demoralized. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do right now. So it's 5:30 already. I've only gone 13 miles on the day. I am completely beat the fuck up and in so much pain and just want to curl up in a ball and never walk another step right now. And I have 39 miles still to go to get to town, but I only have food for 2.5 more days, which was already bringing for an extra day and a half because of my injury, but I thought I'd be able to at least do 20 a day. Well, I've officially given in, so I fully acknowledged I need to take, I forgot what option I laid out the other day when it listed A through E, but I think it was B, but I'm going to have to take a few days in Ashland to try to quickly somehow mitigate, I can't even say heal, but mitigate this issue so I can at least walk on it normally. So there's a really nice lady when I was at the Etna Brewery who came up to me and the people I was with and gave me her number, who's a trail angel in Ashland. So she was messaging me and offered me to stay in her home for a few days, and I think I'll take her up on that. That's the first time I'll be staying with the trail angel, except for, I guess, Brian's when I pass by, but the first time I'm like coordinating and actually planning that ahead of time. But I was really grateful and appreciative she came up to me, and it looks like it's gonna really end up being much needed and useful, because I am not I'm not able to keep going right now like this. I mean, I can, but it's just not going to work. Like, it's 13 miles. I'm going to try to do it. I have to do at least 4 more to get to water. So call it 17. By the time I get there, it's going to probably be getting like dusk, twilight hour. Like, this just doesn't cut it. And I'm in so much damn pain. It's so frustrating. Beautiful backdrop, and it's entirely overshadowed with the misery and suffering that I am in and what it's going to lead to, which means me having to take time off and just even further minimizing my chances of finishing this. And it's very demoralizing is an understatement. Having dealt with shit like this for 112 days now, demoralizing is an understatement. I've kept a fairly positive attitude most of the time and been resilient, but it just feels like this is really pushing me at my limit here. I'm at a loss. This should be a happy moment. I should be celebrating coming into Oregon, which is coming up ahead. Won't make it today. I'm barely gonna make it to the next water source before it's dark. With such a beautiful view, it should be exciting. Instead, well, you know how I feel. Leaving below downtown. Please come again. That's kind of funny. I've got half a mile left to get to this water source. It's 7 o'clock. I'm probably just going to camp there because I'm in a very high degree of pain and I took a bunch of medicine earlier. So I think I need to stop. Alright, the trail's here. There's some road here and there's a bunch of tent sites in here. These are not my preference. Usually I like something more tucked away and with a view and some, not right by the trail in the road, but I'm not moving another mile. I'm in so much pain. So this is gonna be home for the night. This has been day 112. I am having a really hard time right now, obviously for the reasons stated. The thought of not being able to finish is what's putting me over the edge, or almost. I think I'm somehow holding it together for the most part. Some of y'all watching may have different opinions. I've had my few outbursts, but that's pretty normal. Many people might not capture them, but they happen. And I've seen so many people cry out here and get frustrated the way I have. I'm capturing it for myself, for posterity, for whatever, just a real experience. But yeah, I'm as close to my breaking point. I'm not gonna break, but I shouldn't say that. I don't think I'm going to break, but I'm as close as I can possibly get to that point right now because of what I just said. I just can't accept that I might not finish, and I can't go on like this. I just pushed myself to the max, and I only do 17 miles. I did start late, but that's because I wake up in so much pain. So I'm gonna go down there. There's some side trail there to get water for the night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, the water is down there. They had a nice hose somebody put in so you could collect it easily, but I don't want to make this a big deal, but I just want to show, like, those are really steep. So what I have to do off trail just to get water.